Hey, what's up everybody? In this video I wanted to go over a very simple strategy using gaps in the daily chart to make good profits on an intraday basis. Okay, so I'm going to go over the breakdown of what we were looking at. Unfortunately we missed this trade, but it was a very good example and I want to show it to you guys of how gaps in the daily chart can make really good potential trades. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're looking at RMEV today. And I'm going to go through, clear all the lines, and walk you through what we were looking at, okay? So you can see, here's the daily chart here. And let me go ahead and plot my lines. So the lines that we were looking at were, let me zoom in. So we had yesterday's close price, yesterday's open price, which was down here. These are our support and resistance lines that we're going to plot. Yesterday's low. And the day before that's opening price just in case. And then we also had yesterday's high. And the day before that's high. And then we had the gap here. This is the gap that we were looking at. So from the previous day's high of 225 all the way until the third low. That was our target. Okay, so let's take a step back and look at what we saw and what we missed. This was a really good opportunity here. So we'll go and look in the pre-market here, starting at the beginning of the day. We'll just make it, this is like what we saw, what we were looking at, and what we were anticipating. So we will look at this. All right. Okay, so here's our 5-minute chart here. And so coming into the day, we saw that our lines had pretty decent sized areas of no resistance between them. Okay, so you can see that between the 47 line here, resistance, up until 53, there was a nice little spot in space here. So what we were thinking is that if we broke 48, we'd immediately go to 53. And the same thing with the 53 level. If we broke 53, the next resistance isn't until the 70s. Which this is where our gap fill area was at. So a gap fill is, you can see this open space here where there's no support or resistance on the daily chart. So in theory, if we have a non-extended setup through 48, we should go immediately to 53. And if we have a non-extended setup through 53, we should go to 70. Okay, now it may take a while to get to those levels, but there's no resistance between there to prevent it from going to that level. So it may pull back on a short-term time, but inevitably it should reach those levels, those targets. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're looking at. So we can see here the stock dipped down below, lost the VWAP, lost the 5-minute 9 EMA, but we had this big surge and spike in price here, and you can see that once we got that surge in price, it topped out right at this 48 level. Okay, and you can see here that it did a reclaim, which is also something that we talk about a lot. Reclaim is a bullish indication that the stock is going to go higher. So we were below the VWAP and the 9 EMA here. We popped up, pierced right through them, and we topped out at resistance here, and we pulled back and held those lines, which is the VWAP and the 9. So this is what you call a reclaim. So we spiked up, came back, pulled back, and we reclaimed these vital indicators here, which is the VWAP and the 9 EMA. That tells us that the stock is bullish. Now what we're looking for is a break over this 48 level to test the 53s. And if we broke the 53s, we know that our next level isn't until 70. So we wanted to get involved here over 49, and our risk would have been about 45 or so. So we're risking about 4 cents. And now this is only a 1-to-1 1-hour trade here for 4 cents. But because we know that there's a gap above, that we were anticipating this level to break also to get us into this big gap level here. So we are getting 1 hour here, and then this would have been 2R, and then this would have been 3R, and then this would have been 4R, and then 5R. So we had the potential to make 5R on this trade. So we can see here that it's not extended now, so we have the 15-minute caught up, The 5-minute caught up, meaning it's not extended. And the hourly was just a little bit extended, but nothing crazy. You can see here we opened up right here, which is a little bit above the 90 MA, but nothing crazy. And so this is the gap that we were playing. And you can see that if we got in there, we can see what happens next. So we got in right here, and we hit our first target at 53, which is only 1 hour, which we're not really trying to sell anything yet. We're trying to see how it reacts to this level here. And what we're anticipating is for it to break it and immediately squeeze into this gap here. So it came down, momentarily touched our entry. Our risk is down here, so we have no reason to panic yet. And you can see that once we broke through this 53 level, we immediately got the fill and gap here on the daily chart. And it went right to our target pretty much. And, you know, it did pull back really harsh and came back down, but 5R, I mean, you should be selling some for sure along the way. You know where your ultimate target is right here at 70. And that's exactly where the stock went. And that's exactly how we'd love to see gap plays on the daily chart play out right to our targets. Not even a pullback in this area. You can see on the 5-minute chart, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 green candles just right to our target. And this is exactly what we like to see. Today was a really good day for action. We had a short signal and then 2 long signals. This is one we missed, unfortunately. But that's how you can play gaps, guys. As you plot your support and resistance lines. So your last resistance line until the gap, and then the low of that gap candle here is where you want to plot your target. And so once we broke this 53 level, it went right to our target, and basically the trade ended up working exactly how we wanted it to work. And so yeah, that's basically how we play gaps. It's a very simple, straightforward strategy. And if you want to learn more about it, go ahead and join chat, and you can follow along as we go about learning these live trades and talking about them. And so that's basically the video, guys. A real short one, but a very good video and very good way to play stocks and trying to identify gaps in the daily chart. And that's the most important thing. Not the most important thing, but that's a big way to have some profitable trades looking for gaps. And so just having an eye out on that daily chart, looking for gap areas and playing them accordingly. And if you guys want to learn more about it, go ahead and join chat. Any questions, comments, submit them below. And if you want to like the video, that'd be awesome, guys. Anyway, I'll just wrap that one up. Very quick, very easy video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.